Webpage 101, Episode 3, Adding a Background Image. Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Webpage 101. In last week's episode, I showed you how to add a color to your background rather than just having the white, which can get pretty dull pretty quickly. But what if you wanted to have an actual image as a background instead of just a solid color? Well, you can actually do that, and I'm going to show you how to do that here. Let's go ahead and open up our web page, and as you can see, it has the sandy brown color that we ended with last time, but you can add a background image to this instead of just having the solid color. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open up the folder, right here, and then I am going to open up Notepad++. So here we have our sandy brown color. Now again, we're not going to be introducing a new tag in this episode. This again is an attribute of the body tag. So what we need to do is we need to just delete the BG background, and let's look back into the folder. I have already downloaded some backgrounds just for demonstration here. So the first one I'm going to use is this brown 0221. So I'm going to copy that. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to Notepad++. And now I'm going to go back to the body tag, and I'm going to type just background. And then again the equal sign and quotation mark, and then I'm going to paste in the name of the photo that I have saved, and it's a JPEG file, so I want to put .jpg and then another quotation. Now instead of overwriting the file we have with the sandy brown background, I'm going to actually make a new file. So I'm going to save as, and I want to save this as hello2. So I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to go back to the folder, and as you can see, it was saved in there. So now I'm going to open the web page, and there's the background. You see, you can tell hello world there, but it's kind of a bluish, purplish background you see there, and I really don't like the way the hello world looks up at the top. So why don't we try a lighter color background? Let's go back to the folder again, and I have this beige background here. So I'm going to highlight that and copy it. Then we're going to go back to Notepad++, and I'm going to rename the file in the background attribute. Paste. Okay, and now I'm going to save that again. And then we're going to go back to, let's go back to our file, and I'm going to refresh it. And there's our beige file. Now, not all images will work in a web page. I'll give you one example here. Let's go back to the folder, and I'm gonna pick the blue background here, and I'm gonna say copy it. Then we're gonna go back to Notepad, and I'm going to enter that. And then we're going to save the file again. And we're going to go back to the web page and refresh it. Now, as you can see here, it cut the image file into sections because they don't all match up. You want to have one solid color, and this is kind of a gradient file, so it made it into a patchwork here. So you really want to have a solid image and not a gradient. I'll be showing you how to make gradient backgrounds later on, but for right now we want to avoid these kind of images. Another one I want to show you, let's go back to the paste again, and let's try this one. It's SS0551, 0SS051. I'm going to copy, and then we're going to go back to Notepad++, and I'm going to enter that. Just paste it in and save it again, and then back to the web page and refresh. Now we have this background. It's kind of like a star field, and really that's what it was called on the website where I got it. But you can see here the hello world is easily seen, but you wouldn't be able to put black text on here because of the black background. So you'd have to make your text a different color, or just not use this background. Now I wouldn't recommend this background because it's just too dark. So for me, the beige one looked pretty good. If you were going to make a website that had a lot of text in there, the beige one would be good, or a light blue. So that is how you add a background to your web page. Now we put the background files in the same folder as the web page file. If you have the image file in a different place, like on a website or on a web server, you'll have to put in a web address to actually access that file. For example, if I had this file on my website, I would have to enter something like this: http chuckbaker.org/ and then the file. Now I don't have this file on my website, so if I did enter this, all it would do would it wouldn't show the file, it would put a placeholder, and I'll show you what that looks like here. I'll just go ahead and save this again, and we'll go back to the web page and we'll refresh it. And as you can see, it didn't find a file, so it just put it back to white. Now if you were going to actually put an image that a group of images like photos on here, there would be a placeholder for that, but since it was an actual image file for a background, there's no placeholder. It just went back to the white background. So let me go ahead and upload that to my Webpage. We'll go ahead and just save that to my website. Let's go back to the folder here, and I'm going to copy this. Copy. Then I'm going to add that to my web page folder. The folders that I create all my web pages in, I'm going to add this file. Paste it. That was actually SSQ51. So now I'm going to upload it to my website. And then I'm going to come down here to the file. There it is, right there. And I'm going to send it over to my website. Okay, that's done. I'm going to close. Exit out of that. And now I'm going to refresh the page. And there it is. Because I uploaded it to my website, so it looked for the image file on my website, and it found it there. So there's the easiest way to do it is just put the images in the HTML file that you're going to be using the images on, and then you don't need the full web address to find a web page or an image for your web page. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, and tell your friends and family about this series and my channel. And also check out my social media sites, G+, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you missed last week's Webpage 101 episode, just click the image to the left. And also check out my website, the Chuck Baker homepage at chuckbaker.org. The link's up at the top. Until next week, everybody take care. Bye-bye.